Hello, beautiful people from the beautiful city of Tromsø. This is another a day in the life of a guide video. It is not about guiding. It will not contain anything of Tromsø. Maybe the view on the back, but I will just mention a day in my life. So if you're here just to learn something new from Tromsø, go ahead and see any of the other videos. This is a day in my life. So today is the 26th week of the year, maybe 27th. It's early July, and I am currently guiding for a company that is doing cruises, city bus tours for cruise lines. And as you might know or not know, I'm quite active as a person. I'm quite active as a guide. I really like my job. But this is another story for another day. So what happened was that it was a typical Friday. I had no plans. I trained myself. I worked in the morning. Then I trained myself. Then I had to sleep a bit and eat and do some stuff. And I decided it was a Friday night. What do I have to do? I will go out. And what I did was that I ended up in kind of a Latin party here in Tromsø, in a very nice place, in a very nice cafe. It was a lot of people and a crazy amount of people. It was a crazy party starting from 11 o'clock, although most of the people came after 12, lasting until 3 o'clock. It was amazing dance, a lot of dance, trust me, and a lot of different nationalities, dancers, Latino Americans, Colombians, a person from Uruguay, and of course a huge amount of Argentinian people. They're in our hearts, and they're every time they're keeping the spirit up and making everyone happy. So I have been to this party. This is a party that is happening only once per month, every first Friday of the month, and I have been living here for 13 months, so I have been to 13 parties, maybe to 11 parties. Maybe I have missed some of them, but yesterday, which was this Friday, I had an amazing time. There was great music, great people. Everyone was so happy to dance and have fun, blah 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 blah. And I remember myself, I created those trains where people would just dance cha-cha-cha in order hold each other from the waist or from the back and from the shoulders, and they would walk around and be like train, blah blah blah, and then have swirls around and then create a limbo with your hand and everywhere. Anyway, everyone knows that I'm a main character in the parties. Amazing day, people having fun, people showing up, just my friends, people that I know. I got to know a lot of people as well, blah blah blah, you don't care. So this day finishes at about 3 o'clock. Every store closes, every shop closes on Fridays, and then we had to do something else. So it was one of the days that I usually go out by myself. I really like going out by myself because then I have the freedom of deciding where I want to go just by myself. So it was 3 o'clock, everyone was going out, 3:05, 3:10, everyone was out of the bar. And it was like a lot of 20 Argentinians people out of the bar. And what they did was someone randomly has found a football ball. How do you say it? Football ball? A soccer ball, some Americans would say. And they just casually started playing football. They find the ball, they start playing football at 3, a quarter after 3 after midnight. By the way, this is the summer season, so the 3 o'clock is kind of like that. There's a lot of sun, a lot of brightness, or whenever there's not sun, it's cloudy. And they actually start kicking the ball, being drunk, having fun, saying stuff in Spanish that I have no idea what they were telling about. I have no clue. I understand zero. Capito no. And it was just an amazing time to watch. And I wasn't joining them actually. I was just going home, but it was the same direction where every one of them, all the huge bunch of 20 Argentinian people were going back home. And I was just walking with them, and they were passing me the ball and stuff. Such an amazing time. Argentina is in my heart, and this is why Messi and Argentina, they're so good in football, because they are so embraced with it, with all this football culture. What I wanted to say is that, so I went at home at around 3:30, and I was super hungry because I was dancing for many hours, and I haven't drinking even. I don't drink alcohol, but I haven't even drinking a soda. I have just drinking after 2 hours or 2.5 hours of being outside. I'm drinking a small water glass. And then I went home and I said, oh my god, I'm so hungry, I have to cook. Then I cooked some eggs. I was video calling a friend. We are catching up. It was about 4:30, and I decided, yes, maybe I should sleep, but maybe I should post some stuff of everything that we made during everything that happened during the night of this Latin night, and it was so amazing. Maybe I will put some videos somewhere here during the video will be played, but I don't want to interrupt your train of thought. And amazing night, but I ended up talking with some of my friends, and what is now very important was that in the next day I had a tour at 8 o'clock and it was already 4:30. So I promised to my friends that I will sleep at least 2.5 hours, and I need to wake up at 7:30 at maximum so that I can drive. I can cycle with my bicycle to the destination of the starting tour, and I was working from 8 o'clock until 2 o'clock. And I was actually very happy for that. I really like working, I really like this job. And it was 4:30 and I decided to start posting stuff and catching up with some friends and messaging, and then someone else was awake and I wanted to talk with them. So it ended up being 6 o'clock or something like 5:30. And I decided, yes, I have to wash myself and I have to keep my habit stacking of reading a book. And then I was reading so intensely and so focused a book that is called What If, and I was reading about what would happen if you would swim in a nuclear pool of water, but it contains nuclear materials, and you would actually survive. That was very fun. Or what will happen if the earth would stop to rotate. Anyway, stuff like that. I remind you, I wasn't drunk. I haven't drunk anything. And then it was about 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I decided, yes, maybe I have to sleep because I have to wake up at 7:30. So I wake up, I sleep. I had a beautiful 1 hour of sleep with the seagulls going all the night. And I have to remind you, it was morning. It's always sunny. It wasn't like I slept for night. I slept for and made a lunch break and lunch and nap. Then I wake up at 7:30, so happy. I put my music. I drive with my bicycle to work. I was playing music through my headphones, so good music. Don't go wasting my emotion. Daddy Cool, Lady Gaga stuff. Amazing day. And it was so bright and such a good weather. We don't usually get it here in Tromsø. And one of the very first things that happens when I go to work is I meet my other employees, my other co-workers or our managers. They tell us what we have to do for the day. Then we meet some other people from the cruise ships. Fun fact, someone from the cruise industry that started from the cruise ship started being very teasing and playful and flirty with me, and this is my personality. And as I was saying, I was kind of teasing with one of the cruise ship workers, and this is what I do. I really like. I believe that flirting is a way of superior human beings on walking around this earth, just for fun, nothing serious. And it was so early. I was like hungover, and I had no mind, no brain to flirt around or to play, but it was super fun. And then I remember asking them, because I have seen this thing in YouTube or Instagram, that actually cruise ship employees are not allowed to flirt on the boat, or with their passengers. So I had, of course, to ask them, so is it true that you cannot flirt with your passengers? And of course she told me that everyone on the boat is 50 years old or 60 years old, so even if they were allowed, she wouldn't do that by choice. And then we had the conversation and stuff. So that was another thing that happened. I had 2 great tours of showing around Tromsø. and this beautiful city. Amazing day, amazing people. They will be laughing with my jokes. The drivers were perfect. We were on time. We have seen reindeers on the second trip. Beautiful day, which is something that doesn't usually happen. And we came back. Both of the tours we had very good, great tips. We split with the bus driver. Amazing day. Then I see my favorite co-workers again. We have some fun. I go home. I cycle back home. It was kind of I was tired, of course, after working for so many hours, after not having slept. And then I decided to, maybe I don't go directly to home. Maybe I go to exchange all the dollars that I got to the exchanging place. Money exchange, money transfer. And then I go there and they tell me, we need your ID. I didn't have my ID, but I started talking with the employees there because I knew them already. And they told me, do you enjoy your life? Do you enjoy your work and stuff? I said, yes, of course. And we get so many tips, but maybe I end up living in Bali in a year or something. And they said, how can you do it? Or how? And we were having this very good conversation of, we'll see. No one knows because I always just manifest around and things work out for me. And they said that, and what will you do? I said that the plan was to be digital nomads and work online for European money, but spend money, Bali money, Indonesian money, which is like a lower currency. So we will be having a good, let's say, quality of life. That's still ongoing. We'll see if it happens. And then I went out and I said, I'm so hungry, I deserve some treatment. And next to the place of the exchange money, of like transfer money, there was a street food festival this day. So I said, why not? Let's go and get something. I got so much money today, I deserve it. And I walk around all these food trucks, but everything was like 20 euros or 200 NOK to buy, even a gyros or a sandwich or a tapas or empanadas and everything. So I decided, okay, Valentino's, having work, it doesn't mean that you have to carelessly spend your money. So I decided to just go home. But on my way home, I realized that there was another place to go and buy something to eat, and I decided to go to the Racket kiosk to get a hot dog, a reindeer hot dog. Sorry, vegans, I'm not vegan. What I didn't know was that in all of my happiness, I forgot that there was working also a legend, another guide that we have been guiding with in the same company in the winter, in the summer and everything. Legend, I love him, he's a very good guy. And he has just start working there, and I asked him to make me a special reindeer hot dog. It was amazing. Thank you so much, my legend. Thank you so much. It was amazing, tasty, exactly what I wanted for today. And then I would go home and sleep. But what I didn't know was also that in this Racket small kiosk, the tiniest licensed bar of the universe, was also another guy at that moment when I visited to get my hot dog. And it was a guide that we were having a same tour this morning for the cruise ship company, and he actually was, we talked to each other. He's a guy that I deeply, admire of. I'm very proud of his done, and I'm trying to support him on stuff that he's doing on social media or whatever. And he was there, and he was like more of a authority in the place, and he decided to, yes, Valentinos, no. I said, how can I pay with card? And he said, Valentinos, don't worry. Today, this is on me, you can go. And I was so happy. Like, this whole day was amazing. The sun, the tours, the tips, me flirting around. Even in the cashier, in the money transfer, it was kind of a flirty vibe. But it's just, I flirt with everyone, don't worry. Don't take it personally. And then it was a reindeer hot dog, amazing, and then it was for free. And then I went home and slept, and it was such an amazing day. In less than 24 hours, I lived something that most people wouldn't be grateful to live anywhere, anytime in their lives. But I'm so lucky. So this was my story, another day in my life. Week 26 or 27 of the year 2025. This was just a random tour of my day, and I really hope that I could be more helpful next time, as being a guide or by providing more important information about my life, but this is stuff that I know that they are going to create my lore when I will be older and I want to remember them. So that's why I'm creating these videos, to document everything, to have them on YouTube, and so that I don't have to say this story to everyone, and so that I remember every small detail of these stories. So stay safe and watch more videos.